Interesting. So welcome back. Um, Apparently, I was able to figure out whatever caused that bug last time in terms of the UI, and it looks like it's switching from the starting soon screen to the uh, actual gameplay screen. So, that means you guys had to put up with that for quite a while last time. Unfortunate, but now that I know what it is that causes it, I should be able to keep that from happening in the future. Okay, so last time just restarting the game, was able to get it fixed. Let's see if this... okay, it seems to be working. So let's see what's... Okay. Yep, so it looks like it's all fixed. So hopefully we'll hit... Well, we should have no problem hitting level 4. We were like 3,000 XP short of that last time. Possibly hitting 5? 5 might be reasonable. I think last time we started at 3 and we're just short of 4. So this time we're 4, or we're just short of 4. So hitting 5 might be tough, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So we restocked up some of the supplies, particularly the cure potions, which were surprisingly cheap. I'm probably going to regret using cure potions. I kind of remember using a bunch of like cure wands. And being a UMD class, I should probably have looked into that now that I think about it. But price-wise, I mean, I'm getting so much money. I don't remember the game used to being this generous with money in the past. So hopefully. Oh, right, we also got our Eldritch Blast Cone, which allows us to switch off, and hopefully we'll remember to actually switch from one to the other, rather than just turning it off and swinging with our stick. We were able to finish the sewer lines with amazingly not dying, which is great. And we did a couple of quests in the harbor, so let's go ahead and look at doing a few more. Den of the Kobold Brothers. I don't remember this one. No, that's Dirk's Got a Secret. Let's see. This one I believe is a solo and not particularly great. Let's see. Didn't you help clean up that mess with the Devourer cult in Korthos? Yes. Jolly good work. I'm Baron Enge, a tax collector for the Coin Lords. It's a thankless task, but I've always a few moments to swap words with an adventurer keeping safe. Can I do the Coin Lords any favors? Right now I'm trying to track down Miller Tarragon, who has not paid his taxes for 2 years now. Living the dream. Times are hard, but we can't be making exceptions. Will you venture into Tarragon's house and collect the Coin Lord's due? Sounds easy enough. Just tell me where to go and what to do. Miller's home is just a few steps away. The Miller keeps the Coin Lord's tariff merchandise in a chest. I await your return. I don't think I'm happy that you know where people keep their money. And I do kind of not like being the tax collector. Let's see. So that's our new cone. We'll have to play with it and see what the reach is. Okay. Double check the UI, make sure it actually does look decent. Yeah, it looks like we took a second too long, so the lever went back down on us. Okay. So our damage does go down by using it as a cone. But that should be fine. Oh, danger sense. Of course, and I stop right in the trap. Okay. Let's see. So I can go that way. That's kind of the way I came. Or that way, which seems to be the way forward. Actually, while I'm here, might as well roll. Maybe I'll get something good. Potion of haste? That's... Oh! Metal doggos. XP, which is always nice. I don't know what I want to do with a potion of haste. I mean, it's caster level 20, so it's probably useful. Yeah. Okay. I know the coin lords are demanding payment. I've stored the first installment of goods in the room beyond the door over there. Go ahead and take it. I won't stop you. Well, that's suspicious. Thanks for making this easy, Tarragon. Okay. Awesome. Fortunately, I'm super high level compared to this quest. It's a level 2 solo quest. So, not difficult at all. Radiance resistance versus crit chance. The resistance is nice. Loot. And of course, as always, I love it when you teleport out and immediately drop the thing that you are going after onto the ground. Oh, no. Amazingly. Let's see. I have collected the Miller's security. Good work. Regardless of what he says, Tarragon is more than wealthy enough to pay his debts to the Coin Lord. Actually, he tried to kill me and ran away. Is that so? Well, you're in one piece, and so are the goods. So I suppose Tarragon's schemes are for naught. Keep up the good work, and you'll make a fair name for yourself. Well, that's something, I guess. How is my Coin Lord's faction? Actually, not bad. I'm halfway to reliable. Prayer pamphlet. How are my saves looking? 335, 445. Yeah, that's probably more useful than a 2% chance to crit. Let's see. Necklace, I'm pretty sure is useless. So, you know what we should do? We should go into one of the bars. Because that's the trope, right? Bars are where you pick up quests. Okay, this is all sorts of new. The bar used to be here. Now there's a water sprout? Okay, I can't ride it, apparently. See if we can swim to the bar. Oh no, I was just on the wrong dock. Oh, that water spout's definitely new. I wonder if it's for an event or if it's for a quest. Maybe they just thought it cheered up the place. Okay, so let's find here. Looks like there's at least one quest giver. Okay, a new adventure. Speaking for House Fjarlin. It's always good. I welcome you. The house is always on the lookout for resourceful people as you. Is there something I can do for House Fjarlin? A local smuggler named Osgood is planning to ship a certain artifact out of Stormreach. House Fjarlin would prefer to take the artifact into our protective custody. Will you sneak into Osgood's basement near the leaky dinghy here in the harbor and retrieve the artifact? So, if I remember correctly, House Fjarlin's like rogues and spies and sneaky. So having me steal something for them makes sense. Kinda. Yeah, let's not sell it. It's worth like a third of what a healing potion is. I don't even know if it speeds up my Eldritch Blast. Oh, you've got a quest. Extreme Challenge Dungeon. Okay. Seems like a horrible idea. Especially considering how much I struggle just with the sewers. But let's look. Ho there, boy. My name be Niles Cage, Captain Cage to my mates. The Coin Lords themselves commanded me to sink the bomb raider. Alas, the tables were turned. Half my crew are captured, and now my ship is a wreck. But I know our captain, Yar, likes to dock the bon for repairs. I beg ye, help me. Go to Irestone Inlet and rescue me first mate, Stained Tusk, and the rest of me captured crew. Then get my revenge, destroy the bomb. I mean, yeah, I'll do it. Level 4. Okay. Even for normal, going in a level below and on something that's marked as Extreme Challenge seems just like a bad idea. Okay, I have a problem. How shall I put it? I need someone to clean out our family's crypts. Spiders, hundreds, nay, thousands. They sought shelter from the recent rains and now they won't scurry off. And given my somewhat slight phobia, I'm too scared to go down into the Jordan family crypts. Spiders? Not giant man-eating spiders, not zombie spiders, not flame-spewing mechanical spiders, just spiders. Yes, spiders. It's a fear I've had since I was a wee tyke. The Jordan estate would prefer that you would use some finesse while down in the crypt. I'd rather you didn't swing swords or cast spells willy-nilly around my deceased relatives. I'll do it. I don't... Oh, That's a great loading screen. I don't remember... Let's see. So clear the eastern wing, clear the northern wing, clear the southern wing. You guys can't see it because my face is in the way. Slay Brown Spider Queen. But I fail if I break fewer than 10 sarcophagi? That... What? Oh, that's a quest reward. Break fewer than 10 sarcophagi. I fail if I mess it up. Okay. And immediately off the bat, I just wanted to test to see if my Eldritch Cone broke it. And apparently it does. Well then, that, damn it, is good to know. Also good to know that I can use the Eldritch Cone to break breakables, because that's actually kind of handy. I remember when I was playing my my Pale Master, one of my favorite things to do is they had a spell-like ability to throw a negative energy fireball. Oh, it was the best. Instead of spell points, it cost hit points. Dang it, I think they just broke one. But it was only like 10 hit points, and I constantly had an aura of death up, which was constantly healing me. But the great thing was that there would be like a room just filled to the brim with breakables. And throw a fireball, and all of a sudden everything broke. It actually made, you know, doing the breakables smashed challenge somewhat viable. I wonder which tree gets Eldritch balls. I should look at that. So I can see the enhancements, I just can't buy them. So I remember one of them had, like, was it Air of Effect? Like an aura? I remember Enlightened Spirit had an aura. But I could have sworn there was one that had a fire. There we go, Eldritch Ball. Oh, oof. That's not worth it. I have to reach Tier 5 of Tainted Scholar and Burn Depravity. Yeah, that doesn't seem worth it at all. Okay. These are actually surprisingly tough little spiders. They've got 31 hit points. Which is a little surprising for a level 2 quest. especially on solo difficulty. Though since I've got an air of effect, it makes the most sense to gather them all up and kill them rather than trying to kill them one at a time. Mostly because I don't want to break more sarcophagi. Is that far enough away? Yes. So I basically just set myself up as a flame turret. Okay. So spider. Spider, spider. Okay. Hit the lever, which should spawn the rest. Now once I do this, it should finish the southern wing, which means then all I have to do is slay the brown spider queen, which I'm guessing is going to be the boss. And I haven't broken any more sarcophagi after those first 3, so that's good. And of course they just walk right through the entangle. Are they immune? That's not cool. Like, yeah, I realize they're immune to web, but entangles... Is entangle another thing? Do they just have freedom of movement? Oh wow. It's actually a full-on named. Red named and everything. 90 hit points. Do. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish out. So, even just, you know, the very little bit I've been playing, and of course, you know, this is kind of the thing with any kind of game like this. I'm like, oh, I should go back. You know, there's no point in upping my dex. I should, because I didn't realize there wasn't a hit chance. You know, I should boost my charisma to 20. I should boost my con. And so I'm kind of really tempted to use the lesser reincarnate that I start with. But then, of course, I'm like, oh, once I do, then I'll want other things to change. And of course, this is the great consumable problem that you constantly run into, or at least I constantly run into. Because then what happens is, you know, I'll hit level 8, things will start to get more difficult, and I'll be like, man, if I only had gotten X, you know, if I only had Empower Magic at this level, oh, if I only had Quicken, okay, well, I could respec for that, oh, but then that's a waste. Then I'll hit level 12, be like, man, I really wish I had done this or that. But it's a waste to, you know, respec at that level. And then 16, and then 18, and then at 20 I'm like, well, I mean, respecking is just a waste. Might as well just true reincarnate. So, of course, let's see. Hey! Small collectibles bag. That is handy. Yeah, look how many slots that just saved me. It's beautiful. And I should have paid more attention. Ha! Looking for work. Hazard's warehouse compete against my own. The loud is foul and unscrupulous. A pustule in the back of all free agents. He sent a horde of kobolds, scrabbing tooth and claw to attack my warehouse. They must be after a cargo entrusted to me by the coin lords. Think the host, the foreman, got wind of this. Go see him. Tambor Smythe, just up the road by my warehouse. Help him fend off the kobolds. Very well. I'll go see Tambor Smythe and handle your problem. Okay. Man, you get in a habit, and the problem is it's a self-replicating problem because, sorry, I got a message on my Discord. You know, you get in this habit of skipping through the quest dialogue. You're like, yeah, I get it. I just want to go play the game. And then you're like, oh, I have no idea what's going on. And you try reading, and you're like, this is just confusing. You know what? I'll skip it. I'll read up on it later. Or, I'll ask someone about it. And before you know it, you're max level. You're fighting demon queens. And you're like, wait, why are we fighting a, Oh, shoot. I can't remember the name of that lady. I can't remember the type of demon it is. But there's a demon, you fight a couple of them, actually. It's like a snake lady with 4 arms and uses crazy swords. She's tough. She's super tough. And I just remember I was at the top of like a tower. I fought my way through a devil fort, and I'm fighting her, and I'm like, wait, why am I fighting her right now? I have no idea what's going on. Okay, Mr. Baudry, we got a big problem. Kobolds are getting into the warehouse. I know or thing or 3 about traps, and I can stuff up the cracks they're squirming through. A lot's already snuck in. If you just protect the big crate and cart them on the shipping warehouse for a couple of minutes, I can stop them good. Okay, not a big fan of protection quests, but we'll see what's going on. It's level 2, so it's 1 behind me, so that's not too bad. Okay, Tambor Smythe. I can smell the kobolds, they're nearby. You protect the coin lord's crate from the kobolds. That's the big crate in the middle of the warehouse. Hold them off for just 5 minutes, and that'll be enough time for me to finish setting the traps. Ready? This seems like a bad plan. Okay, new objective. Slay at least 10 kobolds. Okay, so I've got acid. I don't think I'll need to detect secret doors, but it's not a bad idea. Let's do fire. Hopefully it doesn't care if I'm breaking all the other stuff in here. Rah. Die, kobolds. Man, I kind of... Oh, wait, I do have crowd control, huh? I can just drop an entangle on top of it. Except entangle only lasts 30 seconds. Well, 30 seconds, I only have to last 5 minutes. So that's 10 entangles, and it costs 10 spell points. So 100 spell points. Yeah, I can do that. Alright. Oh, that's awesome! So I actually did the account Kobold Exterminator. So I got 35 DDO points. Which does allow me to buy stuff in the market. So that's the thing I was talking about with the monster manual. Generally you have to pay money like up front, but there's cash up items, and if I remember correctly, it actually does wind up paying for itself. That's probably not good that it's on fire. If I remember correctly, it actually does, wind up paying for itself once you get, enough of the account. Oh, there's so many of these buggers. Okay, well, it's not on fire anymore, so apparently it's not using StarCraft rules, where, once something gets low in health, it catches on fire. But it might mean that when it's on fire, it's taking damage over time, which is almost worse. So, yeah. Hopefully that entangle's actually getting them. I can't tell because, it's right on the edge. But in theory, it should slow down their attack speed. Lots of loot. Shoot. I was remembering getting, a couple things here and there. Now I'm getting loot like mad. Okay. Let's kill them. So many throwers. Come on, guys. Why can't you just send out some warriors? Do they all have to be ranged characters? Is that really that important? And of course I misclick, and instead of renewing my fire resistance, I renew electric resistance. I wonder if I can give it fire resistance. No, I can't click on it. But let's throw that up. Man, what I'd give for a couple of webs. Maybe a disco ball. Ha! Disco ball. Yes! 9th level spell slot. To counteract level 2 quest. Which wouldn't even help that much, because the main stuff attacking it seems to be throwers. Oh, shaman! So that's awesome. Okay. There's another shaman. Yeah, the downside with the cone is I seem to lose some of my ranged advantage. However, I still have my cooldowns, and my cooldowns are kind of difficult to do at short range anyway. So there's definitely seems to be some synergy there. Okay, 45 seconds. I wish I could tell how much health the box had. Not as much as I'd like. I kind of do wish it was... Stupid shamans, why are you so tough? Aren't casters supposed to be squishy? Stupid kobolds. Okay, let's kill that. Loot the treasure bags. Yeah, so many treasure bags. It's kind of nuts. Well, I managed to beat it. I don't know how close it was. That might have been trivial, or I may have just barely slipped through out of the skin of my teeth. I don't know why I'm already killing them. The quest is finished. I'm not going to get any more of a bonus. Accuracy, abjuration, focus. I don't need either of those. Actually, it's kind of fun to kill kobolds. Does that make me racist? I mean, I am Dragonborn. Kobolds are kind of dragony. Can you be racist against your own race? Are kobolds and Dragonborn related? I don't know. Give me a second. I need to respond to this Discord. Or no, I don't. I thought he was talking to me specifically. Okay. Let's talk to him. The Coin Lord cargo is safe. What a relief. While you were dealing with Hazadil's kobolds, I made a few discreet inquiries about his shipping practices. Turns out, Hazadil takes in contraband from Three Barrel Cove. That cargo is drenched in the blood of innocents. It's an interesting shipping practice, and it's going to make Hazadil rich. No, we mustn't let that happen. I paid off Harmon Taft to let you into Hazadil's warehouse. Go, make sure Hazadil can't make a single copper piece from that cargo. Alright, I'll go see Harmon Taft. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of, like, corruption, like... So there's this corrupt merchant, and he's hurting people, so I want you to... So I bribed the guards to let you into his warehouse so that you can hurt him. Wasn't, you know, the guards are checking into it. No, it's... You know, why would you not just attack? Okay, shipment just came in from Three Barrel Cove. It's plunder from the pirates there, taken from the ships on their way to Stormreach. Baudry Cardamon really has a thing for Hazadil. He wants you to destroy the whole shipment. That's why he paid me to distract the guards. I can give you 10 minutes. No more. You'll have to destroy the crates in Hazadil shipping warehouse before then. Stealing from a pirate, eh? Sounds fair enough. Sounds like a bad idea, but let's see what's going on. Okay, if I remember correctly... Oh, this is just like a break-a-box fest. Yep, so I've got 10 minutes to smash Hazadil shipping crates. Doesn't say... Oh, 50. Well, my blast should help with that, I think. There may be stuff out of range. But it was certainly super useful for breaking sarcophagi when I'm not supposed to. Let's open the lever. Okay, so I can go forward or right. Let's choose the right. Since a choice was placed before us. Hopefully that won't lead us astray. I hope there is more crates than it looks like, because it would suck to have to find all the crates. You know, if it's like break 50 crates, but there's only 50 crates. But if there's, you know, like 200 or so, that would be no problem, because, shoot, even if I miss a bunch. Also, for those that don't remember, I had gotten the Ring of Tumbling, which boosted my jump, and you can kind of tell that I'm jumping higher. If I was able to jump a little higher, I would be able to jump and grab onto like the edges. But fortunately, that's not an option at the moment. One of the reasons I'm a big fan of the jump spell is it just gives so much mobility, especially for a level 1 spell. I am super disappointed in how they did Warlock invocations, though. Like, instead of spell-like abilities that you can cast an unlimited number of times per day, you're basically just like a way worse version of a bard. Like, it costs spell points, it only replicates regular spells, it doesn't do like crazy shenanigans. Maybe it's a little better at higher levels, but so far I'm disappointed. Though I do like what they've done with the Eldritch Blast. That's pretty cool. Though I think a lot of that's because you had to inflate the blast in order to kind of balance around the DPS. Like, you couldn't just have a 3.5 Warlock Blast as written in a game like this. Like, if you were to have barbarians running around with like 30 strength, swinging around, you know, plus 5 swords of, you know, plus 5 great axe of holy burst of greater devil bane, and then you got your warlock shooting his 10 dice 6 Eldritch Blast. Yeah, that's not great at all. Though, yeah, the damage, well, the attack seems to be faster. I don't know, maybe there is more, because I think the Eldritch Blast in and of itself is only like... I should check on what my actual UMD is. Yeah, the Pact does 1d4 per 2 Warlock levels, so that like doubles it. Still, I don't know, we'll have to see how it actually works. It seems pretty good. Okay, well that's good that there's more boxes than I needed. And I'm kind of curious what happens when I hit 100. Because I remember you gain DDO currency every 100. But I don't remember how much you get. I want to say it's like 5, but 5's nothing. I'd like to say 100, but I'm pretty sure that's not it either. Maybe it's like 20, 25? 25 seems about right. Dang it, I forgot to read the quest again. Okay, let's look at my journal. Okay, chapter 3, retrieve the stolen goods. When you returned to Baudry Cardamon, he was livid that Hazadil managed to turn the tables. While you were attacking Hazadil's warehouse, Hazadil's minions stole a container from Baudry's warehouse. A precious container belonging to one of the coin lords. We must get that container back. Speak to Harmon Taft, again, who is still loitering outside the warehouse. Okay, you again. Did Baudry Cardamon tell you what happened? While you were smashing boxes, the kobolds went back to Cardamon's warehouse. They got past Cardamon's foreman and stole a container from one of the coin lord's crates. Boy, the coin lord's going to be peeved at Cardamon. That's why he's sending you back to Hazadil's shipping warehouse, to get the coin lord's container back. Hazadil won't keep that container long. I'll put it back in Cardamon's hands personally. Okay. Okay, so I have no time limit. Looks like the same place where I broke stuff. So let's put up the tech secret doors just in case. Okay, stealth. Stealth isn't really my thing. But killing stuff is. So we'll focus on killing stuff. Blast, blast, blast. Blast, blast, blast. Yeah, it's taking 2 to 3 shots to kill them. I don't even want to think how many shots it'll take on, hard and elite. Yes, I would hate to be forced to fight. I wonder... I want to know how to boost the damage. I'm trying to do this without, looking at the wiki. Just to see how viable that is. So I don't know... I mean, there's probably, like, uncommon items. Crucibles, I believe, was, like, the named item. And 3.5 that increase damage. And it's like, oh yeah, you should do these quest lines to get these named Crucibles. Which is kind of what they did with Artificers. Like, a fair bit of their extra damage came in the form of rune arms, which was something that Artificers could use while... useless. Oh wait, except that's interesting. You can actually get light resistance now? Interesting, that's new. Yeah, so basically the rune arms were a big boost to damage. Hey, name. In that, ooh, I got Exterminator, another 15 DDO points. That's awesome. That'll totally balance out the thousands that I've spent. Well, that's not fair. Thousands that I've spent have been on, like, account upgrades. So I don't feel too bad about those. Mostly, unlocking Warlock, Dragonborn. I don't think I've bought... Oh, I bought a monster manual. But, let's see. Zap, zap, I am lost. Then again, I guess we weren't given a particular direction other than just go find this thing. So as long as I'm killing stuff, I guess I'm kind of going in the right direction. Okay, let's kill Shaman. Refresh our detect secret doors. Yes, cooldown. Kill the kobold. I wish it was a little easier to aim at higher angles with that thing. But that's fine. No, I really wish that Entangle had a longer duration or something. Hey, stolen crate. Hey! And it was enough to level up, which is awesome. Which should boost my Eldritch Blast, which is great. And there's something over there. Yeah, because the Eldritch Blast is like, damage goes up every other level, right? Which, I guess, technically, I was thinking 3 would do it, but I don't think 3 did. So it would be like, ow. Hardy, Constitution, Undead Guard. I'll stick with what I got. So let's finish out. And there's trainers right by this place, so it shouldn't be too hard. Unfortunately, level 4... It's not a feat level, but I think it is an ability level? Once again, too much Pathfinder. So I'm so used to Pathfinder progression, where you get feats every other level. And stat ups every 4 levels. But I think 3.5 does feats every 3 levels, including level 1. So I got one at 3, which was maximize. Well, let's look. It shouldn't be too hard to talk to the guy. So, yeah, I got it at 3, which was maximize. I need to find out what I have to do to swap out my toughness for, like, empower. Okay, so let's advance to the next level. I do get a stat up, and because I've got a +1 charisma item, I get +1. Awesome. Which I believe increases the damage of my Eldritch Blast. Okay. So Spellcraft, use a magic device, which is up to 13. It's not bad. I don't remember what I needed to be good. Basic feats, Arcane Lore, Warlock feats. This is what I want. Eldritch Blast damage, extra 1d6, attack damage, and extra 1d4. There we go. So that doubles it right there. Warlock feats, Thought Shield. Great Old Ones, +1 will saving throw. Hey, that's what I want. Will's the one that screws you over. Oh. Apparently it wants me to pick it even though it's the only option. Okay, yes, level 2 spells. Okay, so this is going to be useful. What do I want? Do I only get 1 spell? Shoot. Blur's amazing. 4 minutes, 15 spell point cost. Just a straight 20% miss chance. Awesome. Command Undead. Super situational. Do not want. Dispel Magic. Also situational. Don't care. Fog Cloud. Ghoul Touch. Invisibility's good. Protection from energy is amazing. But I already have resist energy. I've found that resist energy is more useful in general because it's just a constant like 10 or 20 or 30 points off the top, whereas protection from energy is like 120, but then wears out. So, you know, in the game where you're only worried about like a single stray fireball, yeah, protection from energy is more useful. Online, I find resist energy to be more helpful because it's a constant reduction. Silence creature doesn't affect bosses, so that's useless anyway. Yeah, single target doesn't affect. Sleet Storm is amazing. Suggestion's good. Summon Monster 3 has the same... Wow, Summon Monster 3 level 4. I mean, that's better than Wizards, because they get it 5, but not that much better than Wizards. Water Breathing, useful spell to have, not worth it. Okay, so definitely the 2 that I'm going to want are Invisibility, because invisibility just is amazing. And blur. Question is, which one do I want first? You know what, I'm going to go blur. So 8 hit points, 29 spell points. Basic feats. Yes, so let's finish that off. So let's do my spells. Now, my long duration spells last for 4 minutes, which is admittedly isn't that much better, but hey, it's something. Generally, like 15 is where you never have to worry about it. 5 is kind of the point where if you're rushing, you're able to get it done between quests. Also, didn't I have an orb at level 4? I think I might have sold it. Don't remember if I meant to. Also, I didn't drop the stolen crate. That's surprising. Okay, let's turn it in. Thank the host, you got it back. When I return Coin Lord Amanatu's property to him, I'll tell him that Hazadil stole it in the first place, while I'll be sure to get all the Coin Lord's warehousing contracts. You've been a great help to my business. Okay, doesn't. Generic loot, bunch of equipment that I can't use. Dagger. Let's just see which one sells the most. So 1200 is good. 1200 is good. An unholy bastard sword. I like the sound of that, even though I'm just going to sell it. Just, you unholy bastard. Okay. Hazard's. Okay, that just repeats. Really? So that was the end of the chain, and there was no specific. That's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and repair. I'm going to want to buy some level 2 spell components, though. Okay, yeah, that comes in stacks of 100 or 1,000. Even though I didn't pick up invisibility and blur doesn't have a spell component cost, still handy to have. Speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and buy some fine sand. So let's get like 880. Just so that I'm at 1,000. And of course I forget how to use my inventory. And put things in order, as all things should be. Yes, thank you, Small Collectibles back. You saved me 11 of 12 items. Oof. So you saved me 10 slots, but okay. Please help me. Orcs attacked my lady Asdil's caravan as we were traveling through the Cerulean Hills. They dragged her off to some nasty fort near a river and are holding her captive. Who knows what horrible things they have planned. Where must I go? The Cerulean Hills is through the gate just south of here. Okay, another exploration. Once you're in the Cerulean Hills, continue on the road heading south. In not too long, you should come across our caravan in, or whatever those bloody orcs left of it, sob. Our caravan in what? Okay. From the caravan, they took Lady to the west to their Gruul tribe outpost. Please, you must rescue her before they do something horrible. Don't worry, I'll save her. What could go wrong? Why have we here? A brave man willing to risk his life in the defense of Stormreach. Glade Watch outpost needs reinforcements immediately. Will you help defend it from the Kobold hordes? Stormreach is depending on you. Extreme challenge. But it's level 3. You know what? I hit level 4. My stuff just doubled. Let's go ahead and try it. So slay 200 kobolds. Doesn't seem too bad. As long as there's no kind of like protect stuff thing. Oh. Yeah, just is that it? Let's do fire. Let's do acid. I don't know why I do acid. I may want to save my spell points. Okay. Come at me, bros. There's a rest shrine. That's good. And immediately green. That's fun. Man, am I glad I have an Air Effect Eldritch Blast. As usual, shamans are still the main problem. But throwers, as long as I keep up that fire resist, shouldn't be an issue. That was fast. That was only 14 of them. Yep, I am liking the new upgraded Eldritch Blast. I wonder if part of it has to do with... because the cone reduces the damage by like 1 step, right? -1 packed damage die. Nope, can't go past there. I'm running out of places. There's a lot of kobolds hiding somewhere. There we go. Where are you guys off to? Don't tell me I did have to defend something after all. Why am I yellow? Oh yeah, this Eldritch Cone is amazing. Oh, there's a res shrine. And that is if I want to escape. For those who haven't seen it, which I think is all of you. So if you do click on the exit, you get a warning. This adventure is not yet complete. If you leave the dungeon now, you face a re-entry XP penalty or loss of progress. Many critical adventuring items can be found in the DDO store. You can get what you need without leaving the dungeon. Are you sure you wish to exit this adventure now? So it is good that they, give you a warning that you're gonna get an XP penalty. I could probably do without the whole just go to the DDO store and get whatever. Okay, so 50 down, 150 to go. I've only taken 1 damage. My buffs are down to like a minute. Which is not the best. Really? Stupid shamans. Stop casting debuffs on me. Just cast, nukes, like regular wizards. Or better yet, just cast heals. Or you know what, just don't cast at all. That's fine. Who needs to cast, right? My will save should have gone up, though. Yeah, I'm at +7. Okay. Good times. Yeah, they seem to run into the fort. I wonder if this quest was changed? Where you do have to defend something? Because they seem to keep running into the fort and then just staying there. Almost like the AI was designed to run to the fort and then start killing something. And it's not too bad so far. Dang it, I didn't need... What am I doing? Fire. Blur. There we go. Yeah, I'm at 107 left, so I'm about halfway. So in theory, my buffs should last. Oh, you know what? I should use boots. The boots with the fur. And they seem to be coming out faster, which is good. I think it's good for me. As long as I don't get completely overwhelmed. I kind of feel a little like a like I'm spraying a cat, just because I'm running around like bad cobalt. Don't pee on the whatever. Don't pee on the fort. Except, of course, I've never really had much of that moment. I did have a dog way back when, but I was pretty young. The one that I remember was part lab, and absolutely loved the water. So if you started spraying it in the face with a water bottle, it would decide that that was a fun little treat, and would just open its mouth and happily accept your donations. Which is, I mean, nice. I kind of like the dogs that do like the water. But it did make it more difficult to teach him not to do something. And then, of course, we don't have a dog now, but we do have some birds, which are fun. But while you would think birds would dislike water, at least I would assume so, no, they love it. You spritz them with it, they kind of wash up, and then it leaves little bits of water on their cage, and then they absolutely adore drinking it. So it kind of doesn't work how you would like, but that's fun. Okay. So I'm down to 53. Should I refresh my... You know what? I've got plenty of mana. I'm going to refresh my bus just in case. Yeah, that was the other thing. Most Warlock invocations, if they were a buff, were like 24 hours. Just pretty much just they'd be toggles in this game. I would I would much prefer toggles to spells. With a few kind of odd exceptions. So if you ever played Neverwinter 2, or Neverwinter Nights 2? I can never remember which one's which. They introduced the Warlock in that game. Which was I was really hyped to play it because it was the first one that, first time I ever played it, they had just come out with the Warlock. I didn't have a group at the time. And, you know, the chance to play it was super, super tempting. So, of course, you know, I made my main character a Warlock. And they implemented a bunch of like invocations strangely. So like half the invocations did what they were supposed to. So like for example, one that I would probably so it's technically worse than Blur, but I'd still probably take it. They get an ability where they leave no tracks, and any ranged attacks at them has a 20% miss chance. I don't remember what it was called. And lasts for like 24 hours. So I think that was still the same, even though, of course, you know, the leaving no tracks doesn't really have much effect in a game like this. Or, you know, a game like Neverwinter. But there were some spells that didn't really convert very well. And so they just gave seemingly random effects. I remember one that was weird was like Dark One's Own Luck, which used to be a bonus to specific saves, or like one of the specific saves, but it wound up just being a, I think just a shield spell. I don't remember. And I don't remember the one I'm talking about, because you can tell how long it's been. But it was a decent enough ability. I think it was like an AC boost or something. Or some effect. I don't remember which one. But they decided that, that was going to be difficult to implement. And so what they decided to replace it with was just stone skin. So warlocks got stone skin, which, for those not familiar, it's, DER 10 versus adamantine. And that absorbs hit points equal to 10 times the caster level up to level 15. Okay. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's handy. But the thing that, had it was its big downside is it had an expensive material component. You were pretty much only going to cast it if you were expecting combat, you were expecting to be attacked. It was one of the well-known, caster, counter, strategy spells. Like Blur, Displacement are just spells you just keep up all the time, because why not? This was very specific. You know that you're going into this kind of fight. What? There's one left. Stupid. Yeah, you know that there's one left. Wait, that's not right. Or you know that they're going to come after you. Now I have to slay the troglodyte chief. Hopefully he spawns somewhere obvious. Okay. Nope, that's where I was expecting him. But it costs like 250 gold for the component, and of course you all know how I feel about components, and just consumables in general. And that was basically a consumable that not only did it have a material component that you had to buy beforehand, it used up a spell slot, it only lasted for a relatively short amount of time. That might be worth it. Spellcraft Boast is nice. Versus Spear Block? Yeah, I'll take it. Okay. It only lasted for a certain amount of time. It wasn't... I mean, it's still an amazing spell. But in the hands of a Warlock, it became so much more amazing. And that's because not only could they cast it unlimited times, because it was an invocation, I don't think it actually lasted 24 hours. I think they didn't carry over or they copied over the duration. But it didn't have a component cost. So, you could be in battle, and you're just like, hey, spell, 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 spell. If they couldn't break the 10 DR adamantine, you could just keep recasting it. Keep it permanently topped off. It was amazing. Okay. Let's look at these. The orbs are the more interesting ones. So, electric versus impulse, less useful. Radiant and ice. No. So we're just going to go ahead and sell those. So that's the one that sells for the most. I could try it on art. It wasn't that difficult. But... let us go to this exploration. Okay, Mists of Ravenloft. Oh, Ravenloft! I think Ravenloft is another universe. I might be wrong. Shift to block special attacks. Yeah, I might be wrong about Ravenloft. Like, it might be part of Forgotten Realms, but I want to say that Ravenloft is just its own universe. So I will. So, yeah, Ravenloft's its own universe, which means that there'll be at least 3 with VDO, which is nice. Okay, shrine there. Good to remember. Archers on the wall. Classic strategy. Okay, there's Slayer. 7 rare encounters and 14 exploration. I think this might be our biggest exploration so far. Okay. And I keep jumping off of things and taking damage. Okay. Quest here. Naz Baraza by Kyber. It's good to see a civilized face from Stormreach again. These thrice-damned orcs are on the rampage for some reason, and they've driven me off my own farmstead. Last I saw, they were about to burn down my farmhouse and my dogs. Who'll save my dogs? You look like you fought an orc or 2 in your time. Can you go to my farm and drive them off? I don't have much, but I'll make it worth your while. I'll do it. No orcs will burn down your farm while I'm around. Why do I care about the farm? I guess the farm's important. Seriously though, dogs. Let's see. Nedge is afraid of what orcs will do to his farm, but he's just as worried about his farm dogs. Well, that's good. So orcs, I'm assuming they're going to follow Kobold logic, so let's do fire and blur. Set up an ambush. Of course they do. Okay, diplomacy, intimidate, bluff. Feed the dog a smoked cured ham. Okay, I don't think those are charisma skills. I've got them at 5. It is normal. Now let's try it. Diplomacy, easy boy, easy. Who's a good dog? Who's a good puppy? Dog sniffs at you and wags his tail warily. He doesn't growl as you draw closer. Pet the dog gently, then untie his leash. Yes. No! Bad orc. Don't attack. I'm trying to keep the dog safe. Find and befriend all 3 of Nash's dogs. So let's bring him back. Dog enters the caravan. Okay, so it looks like to get the bonus XP I have to do all 3. Find is 93. Bring them to the caravan is 373. Not a huge bonus. But I like dogs. Okay. Rubble. A shrine. That's good to know. Okay. Okay. There we go. Let's break that. There we go. That's what we like to see. I'll never barricade. Man, I'm so glad I got this cone. That would have been such a pain to have to, like, shoot it one by one. And it looks like I'm already out of collectible room. However, looks like I want to switch to individuals for them. Then I can go back to cones. I wonder if there is an Eldritch Spear. I don't imagine Eldritch Spear is that useful. Hey, ammo. Except I already know I can Diplo them, so that's not as important. So when I was playing a Warlock, one of the concepts that I really liked is Eldritch Blast by itself had like 100-foot range, which was not bad, but Eldritch Spear would double it. Okay, named. Let's find the name so we can hit him with cooldown. Okay. I do kind of like the DOT. Mark Cleric seems like a bad plan. Yeah, the DOT part has kind of grown on me. Because it means that I can throw it out and kind of duck behind. The fact that it's got a relatively short cooldown period combined with... okay. Let's grab the dog, bring him back. I don't care if this takes longer. Dog's safety is of utmost importance. But so it's, 100 feet or so. And then you get Eldritch Spear, which instead of being like air of effect or anything, would just straight up double its range. So it became 200 feet. And then I believe there was some like goggles that would double the range of your ranged attacks again. That would bring it to like 400. And so you had like this Eldritch Blast, which was 400 feet range. Didn't have any penalties to hit because, there's no range increments with that like bows have. And super accurate because it was a ranged touch attack. And it just became the best sniper ever. And I loved the concept of this character that would, go in. He had no weapon, nothing suspicious about him. Well, that's not entirely true. He'd probably, be decked out with magic items, but at the very least, no weapons. And then he just, sits half a battlefield away and snipes people and takes people out. It was a beautiful idea that I'm pretty sure would never work in an actual game, because stuff like that usually doesn't. Let's go ahead and rest, just because my run speed's almost out, and having that up is surprisingly handy. Okay. And immediately I don't fall and take damage. Awesome. Oh. Great. I saved 2 doggos. I just killed 2 doggos. Oh well. I guess wolves aren't. No, wolves are doggos. That was my bad. Might be. Stop making me kill dogs. You're monsters. Why does it feel like I'm going into an ambush? Okay. But yeah, that's one of those, I don't know, one of those build ideas that seems amazing on paper, but in any actual game they're like, no, I'm not going to let you sit, completely out of the battle and just take pot shots. Okay, so we need to put out the fire at the farmhouse. There's their high graphic fire. More importantly is loot. Now I can't open the door, of course. I have to blast it. Fortunately. Okay. But when it comes to actual gameplay, the GM's not going to let you just sit there, in the comfort of an inn or whatever, on top of a building, just being like, I shoot an arrow. Great. Does he see where it's coming from? Remember, he has like a negative 70 perception and spot me. Because I'm also undercover. Great. Then I shoot again. But it's always a fun concept. And to me, concepts always will outweigh... Wait, where's the last dog? Okay. A Babel. Oh, that's not bad. Crude Bauble. It's a trinket, which I don't have yet. Lesser False Life, +5 maximum health, which is nice because I replaced that on my belt. Fortification, 25%. So Fortification is something that was super niche in pen and paper. You could, in theory, get Fortification items. I didn't know anyone that ever did. Because of the way that it worked was, if someone critted you, or if a rogue sneak attacked you, you had a chance to negate that extra damage. So you can read it. This suit of armor, or shield, or trinket apparently, produces a magical force that protects vital areas of the wearer more effectively. When a critical hit or sneak attack is scored on the wearer, there's a 25% chance that the critical hit or sneak attack is negated, and damage is instead rolled normally. So, you know, that's not bad, but it's a +1 enchantment. Why would I take a +1 enchantment for that? You know, that has a low chance of actually doing anything, when I could get +1, which is, or you know, a +1 to your armor, which just increases your AC by 1. That seems like a much better idea. And most people think so. Especially when you start running into like medium fortification, heavy fortification, which is like 75 and 100%. I think you may not have even been able to get to 100% in pen and paper. It might have been like 50 and 75. But, I mean, why would you do that? The chances of an enemy getting a crit is so rare. And I think heavy fortification, if it was there, is like a +4 enchantment. Why would I take that over a, 20% chance, or 20% less chance to get hit by doing a +4 AC, or some other bonus? And so heavy fortification was super duper niche, super useless. It was pretty much the only time I ever saw it was on like pre-designed named items. I think there was like some mountain mail or something. Apparently I'm not going to find the last dog. Oh well, I'm not going to waste all my time wandering around. However, in this kind of game, there's so many shots being fired at you. There's so many things, and of course Monty Hall loot, that... ooh, blue. Combustion, fire spell power, armor bonus, undead guard. Meh. I'll take the con. But let's see. 1200, 1200, 1600, 1600. 6 pounds, 4 pounds. But, you know, you wind up looking at it and, you know, might as well dedicate one item slot. Like, there was a really popular item called the Minotaur something helmet, which you could get from explorations, from tapestries, which meant that, like, you picked what item you wanted from the tapestries, which meant that the item was super easy to get, because you could guarantee it after, like, 20 drops, and each tapestry had, like, a 50% chance of dropping in every named chest in the exploration. And not only did it have heavy fortification, it also had, like, 20 hit points, was stacked with the lesser false life, or the false life effect, and it was a helmet, which was usually a less popular spot, and just all of those things combined was, you know, why would you not wear that? And in this game, I was able to buy 50 Cure Light potions super easy. If I had looked, I probably could have even gotten higher than that if I, really tried. And of course, so what winds up happening is, even though it's a really low chance, being able to turn a 50-point attack into like a 20-point attack because the crit didn't go through becomes a huge thing, because it's usually spike damage that kills you. It's not like the little minor nicks here and there. It's not the arrows that beat you down, because you can, drink a potion to heal from that. It's when you take, 300 damage in one hit, and you only have 200, or you only have 330. And all of a sudden, all your hit points are gone. And so being able to negate those crits became a huge deal. And so equipping a fortification item also became a popular thing, which kind of makes me a little disappointed in the Soul Eater thing. So in human nature is minor fortification 25%. It does stack with the item, which is 25%, so you'd get 50% total. And then that's another 25, so you'd get 75% total. But the problem is you're going to want 100 anyway. And there's so many items that have heavy fortification on it, which is 100%, that it just winds up being useless. Yeah, useless. I mean, I might be wrong. They may have put in some enemies that, bypass fortification. I know last time I played there was ways that like rogues and stuff could bypass fortification with the precision feat. Basically what they did is they offered precision versus power attack, because power attack was just so ubiquitous, so popular. Loot. And so what they did is they offered precision, which gave you a higher chance of hitting, and bypass fortification. Downside being that you couldn't use power attack. It used to be that it would cut your damage in half. No one wanted it because of that. Let's drink a potion. Okay. Hey, I think this is the quest. The Gruul-Tide Outpost. Yes. Okay. So we're in a quest, so let's go ahead and buff up. I haven't noticed the same fire thing, so I'm not going to bother with that. Blur is always a good idea. Expeditious, as long as I've got it. But, that was a similar issue that, say, Warforged had. So Warforged, as part of their just racial feats, got light fortification for free, 25%, which stacked with other sources of fortification, which sounds great, but when all like the high-end loot already had 100% fortification, who cares? They did get a feat line. I say feat line, I think it was just a single feat, that would knock their fortification up to 100%, which sounds amazing. Well, not amazing, it's still kind of a waste of a feat. Ouzo. Sounds like an ooze. It is an ooze. What type of damage is that? Yeah, just untyped damage. Hey, monster manual. You completed the ooze hunter deed in your monster manual. Great. I didn't get XP, so that usually means that that's an account. Man, I'm getting all sorts of account stuff. Let me look what that does. So ooze would be miscellaneous. Is an account. So 20 different types of ooze. Apparently I had never killed that name before. And the reward is reveal more stats. Oh, okay, that's not as useful. So in this case, I need to kill a crazy ton more ooze, and I'll get DDO points. However, if I kill another 451, I'll be able to see their hit points, which is always nice. Okay. So let's kill these guys. Hey, did I level up? Well, kind of. I ticked up, sneak, move silently, tripped. No. What would that be? Tick? Whatever, I got another enhancement point, which I'll probably just use for that 25% fortification. Which is still useless, but, you know, I want the stuff that's later on. Maybe I'll hold off until, like, 6. Because 6 is when I get the stuff I want. Shoot, I should probably stay focused on the task at hand. Especially when the monsters are still around. But, level 6, no worse fate. You gain immunity to fear. Well, that's just nice. I am literally fighting blind. I can't see where I'm going. Okay. Fine, you got me to pay attention. Happy? Okay. Immunity to fear. Your melee, ranged, and eldritch blast attacks cause enemies to be shaken for 6 seconds. This can occur up to once per 2 seconds. Okay, yeah, innate debuffs is amazing. I don't remember what shaken does, but I'm pretty sure debuffs are useful. Okay. Let's kill him. Open the lever. Nice. And that was personal, so I gained 1,000 XP, which is nice. Another named. Let's use my cooldown. Oh, the cooldowns are great. Should probably focus on making sure it's safe. Okay. Oh, I lost my expeditious retreat. Hey, mercenaries! From the Syndicate. Now, if I remember correctly, the Syndicate is like the crime lords that are opposed to the coin lords? Could have sworn the coin lords were crime lords. Break all the things because I can, because it's super easy. Hey, mischief. And Vandal. And Ransack. That's what we wanted. Okay, Lady Asdal. Ugh, my head. Thank you, stranger, for rescuing me. I am Lady Asdal. Oh, hopefully I don't have to keep her safe. I was traveling to Stormridge to attend a meeting of the 12 when those orcs ambushed my caravan. I assumed they were planning to hold me for ransom, but this is not the time to chat. First, let's teach these orcs not to meddle in my affairs. Maybe I should have waited. And 2 bodyguards, 2 left. Pretty sure there's some gates. Determine the orcs captured me and forced some vile liquid down my throat. Yeah, then he ran away before I could finish reading. Where would the other... There was the other cage. Her bodyguards look a lot like mages. I guess technically mages would make decent bodyguards. Does seem like a waste, but... Maybe that's why they got captured by orcs. I'm just not that good. Hey, a haste is always nice. I think. I don't know if I can use it. Always good when you see the boss attack and everyone falls down. So, see how you handle my double cooldowns. There we go. Loot. Invigorating. Plus 8 spell points. Yeah. Are you guys all dead? No, they're just taking a nap. Oh no, they died. That's why there was the wake up option. Is to get them to, yeah. I think he just one-shotted him. That's horrible. Glad I didn't have to protect him. I'm the worst. Okay. Yeah, there's still a bunch of stuff to explore. Let's go ahead and look around. Kill the orcs. I've only run into one named. Music's going weird. Okay, loot. Fiendish lions. Handy. That was probably where a name would be. So a little surprised the Fiendish lion wasn't named because it's so outside of expected. Pew pew pew. It's Featherfall. Hey, exploration. Okay, so let's go ahead and head this way. We'll see what's in this direction. There's another Fiendish lion. Wonder if that could have been a name too. Maybe there are just... It seems odd to just have random... Fiendish? Fiendish is... demonic? Or is it devilish? Is there a difference? I mean, I know there's a difference between demonic and devilish. A lot of Fiendish lions. Apparently those orcs decided to bugger out. But I don't know if there's a difference. Hey, Orcs Prison. Yeah, I don't know if there's a difference in terms of like templates. Because I want to say it's Fiendish and Celestial. Alright, so we killed them. Seems like a place where a name would be. Maybe I'm just having bad luck with name. Well, I'm getting explorations, I guess. What if that's all of the quests? Huh. Wait, I can check to see if that's all of the quests, huh? So, there was one there, the Gruul Tribe Outpost. there, the farmstead. I'm not seeing any more doors. So I can probably just recall. I mean, I didn't have much luck with named, but that's fine. Can't always have the best of luck with named. Okay, now I get to turn in this quest. Illusion. There's your Kopesh. So that was what I was talking about. So its critical roll is 19 to 20x3. Let's take it. Which is super good. That was the one quest that I took. General supplies. Oh, I hadn't taken any item damage. Either I'm getting better. Actually, it's hard to say. Also, those are probably better bracers. Yeah, more collections. Either the Korthos or, the Waterworks is more difficult than I remember, or the Effect Eldritch Blast is amazing. Might be a little of both. A lot of this kind of stuff comes down to what your gameplay style is, and if I find something that works for me. What? How do I not have any points to spend? I totally ranked up. Yeah, 1 action point remaining. Weird. I'm not even going to pretend to try to understand that. Well, so I can either consume, don't really care about that. Movement speed, that's already at max. That requires level 3. I've already got Warlock level 3. Oh, because I've already started unlocking. Okay, yeah, let's save 2 points for Stricken Soul. Then, so that one takes 20 points spent in the tree. Greater Hunger, extra damage, always nice. Steel Life Force. Another cooldown with no mana cost. But I can't maximize it, which is unfortunate. Healing? What? You cause 4d6 chaotic damage to your target and heal for 4d6 positive energy. This damage and healing scales up with 150% spell power. I need that. I mean, it's not a DOT. It's only, every 20 seconds, but still. I need that. Okay, let's go ahead and save, I guess. Let's put this cone to the test. There was that one extreme quest that was level 4, so let's give that one a shot. I believe it was up here? Oh, I missed my Fjarlin transport thingamabob. Once you got a certain level of patronage with... I don't remember. I want to say it was Fjarlin. I think you needed like 400. It was like rank 2 or 3. But they'd give you a clicky that would increase your run speed when out and about in the city by like 40%, 50%, made this way more comfortable. And the thing was, is it had one charge, or one charge per rest, but it would follow you through true reincarnation. So you just always had it, because of course you did. Okay. So we've got those there. Let's cast some buffs. So we're dealing with hobgoblins. Shouldn't be too bad. What do we need to do? Rescue 8 crewmates. Okay. And find the first mate. Oh wow, straight to green. Okay. The hobgoblins don't seem too bad, though there's a caster there. A lot of arrows. Let's pop a cooldown. Oh wow, 3 casters. Let's pick up our treasure bags. Loot. I never gave up hope that someone would arrive to save us. Thank you. Hurry back home. Captain Cage will be glad to see you alive. Okay, so I just need to save 7 more people. I guess just wander around killing stuff. It's always fun times. Oh, that's not great. Hypnotic pattern. Okay, and that was named. Oh, that did a fair bit of damage. What? And no captive crewmate. That's unfortunate. Okay. Oh, new objective, kill the ogre first mate Dinks. Or no, it added kill the kobold cook Scartongue. Wonder if I just had to do that. Hey, speak with Stained Tusk. I was Cage's right-hand mate, and I won't say we never took a prize. Pirates we have been called, and pirates we may be, but we never sold our swords to evil. And we never... That's interesting for a hobgoblin. And then again it's Eberron, so... And we never killed them who deserved mercy. Yar-Yar's crew is not the same. They sold themselves and their souls to the Dark Ones, and there's always blood in their wake. You kill Ogre Dinks first, mate of the Bomb Raider, and then you avenge many wrongs. Many dead friends of Stained Tusk, kill him I say, and before you leave, talk to Anne, she's angry too. Ogre he may be, but Dinks will die. Now I need to speak with Mad Anne. I'm glad the diseased little kobold is gone. Oh, that's got to be the kill the kobold cook. His sort deserves worse than death. I will make sure to let Cage know everything you did for me. Killing a kobold is bound to be easier than killing an ogre. Maybe. He was a caster. Casters, I feel, complicate everything. Okay. Speaking of casters, there's a warrior and a cleric. I wonder what the difference between the cleric and the witch doctor is. They don't... I mean, admittedly 3.5 had a ton of different classes, but I think there's only like half a dozen or so, maybe a dozen that got carried over to this game. Let's see, I do not have enough words to express my thanks. I think I was about to be made into dinner. Oh, this is just a crew member. Loot, I do like all the loot. Hey. Okay. Despite your best efforts, this wooden keg cannot be used to solve. Search for something in Dink's gear that indicates Jaeger's plan. Okay, so apparently I need to kill Dinks, and then he will tell me what's up next. And maybe we'll steal a ship? There's a lot of invisible guys. I kind of wish there wasn't. I mean, I realize it's not actual, like, invisible. It's just they're stealthed. But still, it's kind of obnoxious when you see, like, one guy and all of a sudden, like, 6 come out of the shadows. Let's kill the Cobalt Shaman. But there's still a bunch of clerics. Okay. Kill the crew. Or not kill the crew. Release the crew, so I'm down to 5. Ray of Enfeeblement. That's not good. Oof, I'm down to 2 strength. That's a lot of strength damage. If you run out of strength, don't you just, like, paralyzed? That would be really bad. Okay. Let's loot the chest. Thieves' tools. Potion. Actually, I should have looked at those goggles. Dang it! Stop hitting me! Intelligence and accuracy. I don't think intelligence is useful to this character. And I know accuracy isn't. Okay. So there's 4 guys left. Hey, an ogre. An ogre shaman. What's better than a ogre? An ogre that also casts spells. Man, Eldritch Blast is the bomb. Diggity. Of course, I'm pretty sure a lot of that's just because I'm still running on normal. But still, I want to enjoy it. Okay. Blast, blast. Break the barrels. Loot. Okay, so I have to save 2 more guys and find the ogre somewhere. Okay, a shrine. So that gives me 2. Oh, there's Dinks. Stupid. Awesome, now I'm on fire. Okay, Wolf Exterminator. I gained 375, so that's personal wolf. A chest. Loot. Nope, I think that was okay. Okay, Witherworn Parchment. Let's go ahead and rest. Because I've still got the other one. So, my objective is find 6 powder kegs to booby-trap Yar-Yar's schooner. And booby-trap Yar-Yar's schooner by replacing its tar kegs with powder kegs. I don't know what a tar keg is. I'm guessing that's a, like, pirate thing? Ship thing? Maybe it's used to, like, repair boats? Tar seems like it would make a good repair material. I assume it's fireproof. Kill the goblin. So I named Ollie. Say that 5 times fast. Okay, captive crew member. Chest. Other chest. Boots of jump. Actually, I think +3 to jump is nothing compared to like +7 from the acrobat's ring. Yeah, +3. Not worth it. Hey, powder keg. How much does powder kegs weigh? 15 pounds? Kinda wish I had more strength. But that's fine. There's something going on down there. Good old cone. So let's talk to you. Hey! I got the crewmates. So now I just need to grab powder kegs. So I've got 3, I need to grab 3 more. Do I have the strength for that? Oh yeah, I'm at 495. Wow, my strength, for 10 strength I can carry a lot. So I just need 2 more. Yeah, that's super, 495. Oh no, I'm at a medium load. That's probably part of it. To be like halfway decent, you pretty much have to constantly stay at a light load in pen and paper. Or no, maybe that's when I hit medium? I don't know. Either way, that seems a lot. Okay. Kill a random guy. Yeah, I've killed so many, 105 kills, and I'm still only on aggression. 14 breakables and a mischief. Not a ton of XP, considering. Lots of loot, though. I got a ton of chests. Which is nice. Okay. So, patink, 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 patink. It's probably not good to be on. Wait, why would he realize that yet? Now he would realize it. Oh, my pirate ship. I wanted to steal that. So he's somewhere? Just somewhere? Oh, there's Jaeger. Let's pop cooldowns. Hey, I'm overloaded. Load other. 157 of 150. Oh, because I'm at 3 strength. Oi. Those, even feeblemen are not messing around. Well, that's fine, I guess. Bring word of Yair's death to Stained Tusk. So that would be him. You, mighty hero, killed Dinks, killed Yar, rescued Cage's crew. You 3 times mighty hero, at least. You talk to Cage when you get back. Tell him you friend to all Cage's crew. Tell him Stained Tusk says so. Hard day's work has been, but all's grog and celebration from here on out. Hey, I win. Okay. And I think that might be the last quest that I'm going to do. I have a game that I'm going to DM in like half an hour, which is always fun. Ironically not 3.5 rules. It's a system known as Hero. that I quite like, though it's a little... I'm pretty sure I do it wrong, but that's fine. I enjoy it. Let's pick up Stricken Soul. Yes. I think. It's either that. I mean, do I have one for Charisma? Strength, Dex, Intelligence, Con. No, if there was a Charisma one, that would be amazing. 1d8 plus 2 Charisma bonus for 20 seconds? No, I mean, it's still good, but it's not as amazing. Or I could pick up Burning Blood. Another cooldown would be nice. This one costs spell points. But I could maximize it for free. I mean, I'm constantly having spell points as it is. But I'm not really using my cooldowns too much. I'm gonna go with that. Passives are always amazing. We'll just kind of hope for the best. But yeah, so Hero Systems. It's most well known for a superhero setting known as Champions. If anyone's played Champions Online, that's super duper loosely based on it. As the story goes, actually, Champions Online was supposed to be Marvel Universe Online, and just at the very end, someone decided, hey, actually, we don't like the game enough. We don't want our name associated with it, and so they kind of like panicked and put together Champions Online. And I've played it a little bit. It's okay. I mean, it's fun for what it is. A superhero game's always good times. But the downside is that it's the people that are running it, the people that are running the free-to-play model are so bad, just so greedy, that it's kind of painful. I mean, if you want to play a superhero... Actually, if you want to play a superhero game, I prefer DC Universe. But DC Universe is a lot less freeform, whereas Champions is much more controllable. And so there is some value in it. But anyway, so that's like the universe. The actual system's quite a bit different than the way that Champions Online works. So that's one thing that's kind of good. I'm not too bothered by that. So every time you repair something, there's a chance for it to become permanently damaged. Now, when it's just something you're selling to the vendor, loot you're holding on to for a little while, not a big deal. But if it's, say, like a really rare clicky that was damaged when it was in your inventory, that's just super heartbreaking. Because, the more it's damaged, the easier it is to break in the future, and the more likely it is to continue to get damaged. And you can kind of see the effects. So if you look, it's got a durability of 45, but there's a little sliver of red at the end there. That is the durability. If at any point the durability goes down to 0, it becomes permanently broken. Though honestly, once the durability hits like half, it'll usually continue to be broken so easily. It just falls apart. So what you usually wind up doing is, if you have a rare clicky, even though it's worth a lot, you bind it to you using, I believe, Kyber shards. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. Okay. So I can trade stuff for stuff. That was a horrible sentence. And so that's one of the big advantages of where like bound to account stuff comes in, is because you can't bind something to your account. Rather, 10 hit points plus 2 to 4. Hey, heal over time. Elixir of moderate healing. And that costs 3 amber vials. Potion of jump plus 20. Nice. Consumable. Random sapphire augment. Yeah. So, you know, once you bind it to you, it's just stuck bound to you. You can't trade it. You can't do anything with it. But if you get bind to account versions, then you can transfer it between your characters. And so, you know, clickies that are bind to account are just super useful because assuming that you're willing to put in the footwork to trade it, or, you know, if you're only playing one character at a time, you can transfer it between your characters, and you don't have to farm a clicky for each of your characters. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to go ahead and call it there. I was hoping for level 5. I knew that wouldn't happen, but we got about halfway through level 4. We managed to get 2 pips, which is not bad. Hopefully we'll be able to hit level 5 next time we play. I knew that it would slow down. I didn't realize it would slow down quite to this rate, but as you can imagine, with 20 levels, it takes more quests to get the experience, though it is a little, I don't know, it's a little strange compared to regular D&D, because from what I understand, you're supposed to level up at a consistent rate. It's just that as you fight more difficult trials, they give more XP, so the fact that you need more XP to level kind of balances itself out. So with that said, I'll go ahead and sign off.